What's going on, yo? We're back here. It's your boy Lex Mixed It, and I'm doing a different type of review today. So I'm in the A room, in the SSL room at Bay 8. What we got going on today is a review of a major artist. He had just dropped his album. It did very well the first week. I think it did over 140,000 copies. This is probably the biggest artist that I've reviewed so far on this page. And it is, boom, Lil Baby, Wham. Let's get into it. So first, before we start, as you guys know, Alex mixed it on EngineEars. Any recording, mixing, mastering, anything like that, just go ahead and book me through there. Or at Bay 8, we can go ahead and do that as well. You can do everything here. Boom. Link is in the description. Submit your music, and you can get featured. I will review your music and on recording. I'll get a first time listen and everything like that, or whatever. First time review, live review, or whatever. I just don't say live because it's not like Twitch or anything like that, so it is recorded. But it's the first time hearing it for sure. So that's that. Back to Wham. Let's get into it. So who hard is me? Lil Baby. I don't know what studio number record this was of his, like what studio album this was of his, but nonetheless, it was, I want to say maybe like 4th, maybe 5th. I'm not 100% sure. So, starting with this album, before I listened to it a couple times, as do I usually do with albums, right? Because I feel like if you listen to an album once and you say that it's like not good, I don't know, it's just like not giving it a fair shot, So I did listen to it a couple times, 2 times to be exact. And before I listened to it, I wanted to make some notes so we can really like dive into this, So I had high expectations. My expectations were good bars, fire mixes. I'm talking probably the best mixes because the engineers that were on this are the top in the industry right now. And I'm thinking like straight, just hit after hit after hit after banger after banger after banger. And I, as a Travis Scott fan, really had high expectations for this Travis Scott song that's on here. It's kind of like upsetting that there's only one to me, but it is what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down for you guys. I have a first listen list, and I have a second listen list, and then I have 5 points of a rating system that I'm going to rate on a scale of 1 to 100, reviewing the music. It's going to be composition, melody arrangement and songwriting, production, more of like beats and how they sound, originality, creativity, vocal performance, and replay value, which I'm going to take vocal performance and mix that with because I want to have mixing and mastering, and I guess I could add that in production. Yeah, I'll add that in production. So we got replay value. We got replay value, vocal performance, delivery and emotion, how he said it, originality, creativity. Have I heard something like this? Is this something new? How unique is this song? Production, mixing, mastering, how does it sound, beats-wise and everything like that. And then composition, melodies, what is he doing with his voice? How is he singing or rapping certain words and phrases? Arrangement. How strong and memorable is the songwriting? So pretty much like how much did I like this song? You know? So let's start from the top. We're gonna just go literally track for track. There was, I think 7. So I did the extended version. I listened to the extended version. And there was 19 songs, 50 minutes. So I'll say, first, and I stand by this, first things first, the Dumb and Dumber song with Young Thug and Future carries the whole album. Probably the best song on the album. I will actually stand on it's the best song on the album. Literally the best song. It's the second song, but I don't know if you really count that first song as the first song, because it's more of like a interlude or a prelude or whatever. It's good, don't get me wrong. It's a nice build-up, but Dumb and Dumber after that just goes insanely tough. Like, insanely tough. Having Young Thug, I think this is his first track out or his first verse out from being in jail or being locked up. So he really, really slid, in my opinion. Like, he did his thing, bro. Like, bro went crazy, right? And Future comes right behind him, and it's such a pause. Future comes after, pause. Future's part is also very good, like very, very good. And the way that he follows Thug and compliments Thug in his flow, very good. The energy of the song is so like up-tempo, upbeat and everything like that, that I really, dude, it just sounds good. It just sounds really good. Thug's verse is the highlight of that track and a highlight of this album, for sure. I feel like that song set the tone, and it's such a good song that I feel like every song after that did not really follow up accordingly, in my opinion. Like, Dumb and Dumber is so good, and I really wanted every song to be that good. And I understand, like, you can't put Thug and Future on every single song, but I think Future's on, like, 2 or 3 songs. I'm not 100% sure, I don't really remember. But, you know, just the vibes are different after that. Because after that, we have... real quick, Dumb and Dumber, I actually rated on a scale of 1 to 10, 9 out of 10. Easily the best song on the whole album. Then you have FU times 2. Let me see. So, I listened to this album twice today. First, I'm going to say FU times 2 was a 6 out of 10. So I listened to this album twice today. I listened to it straight through, and then I gave it some time. You know, I listened to other stuff, and then I listened to this album again, but in shuffle, because I like to listen to it through, like from 1 to whatever, straight, like no stops. And then I like to see if I can listen to it again in a mix-up, you know, setting or whatever, to see if it still has a good vibe. My second time that I listened to it, this whole album, I was kind of like, I don't want to say disappointed, but I was definitely like kind of done with the album, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of like, I just felt like I was Lil Baby'd out, you know? Like, I was just like, all right, this is the second time I listened to the album. But the first time I was like enjoying it. So I don't know, with that being said, I don't know replay value wise, you know, but I don't want to jump around. So FU times 2 we said was a 6 out of 10. Then track number 3 was Promise. I gave that a 5 out of 10. Let me see if I have any notes on that. Nah, no notes. There's just stuff that just didn't really stick out to me, and that's probably those two are probably one of them. Because I know on the second time that I listened to it, I'm not gonna lie, I had like 4 songs left, and I just stopped listening to the album. It was like, I don't want to say it's repetitive. You know what it is? It's just kind of boring, to be honest. because all the songs do sound similar after a while. So track number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, track number 5, Redbone with Glorilla. Now let me tell you something. Glorilla snapped, bro. Snapped. Like, went insane. Her verse carried that whole song. Her verse carried the whole entire song. That, bro. And this is another thing that I wanted to mention, but I wanted to mention it later. Well, here's another feature after that, which is Myself with Rod Wave. I didn't really like that song at all, to be honest. I think that's the lowest. This is the lowest that I rated any song. It was a 4 out of 10. And in my opinion, it just lost me. The album at that point feels like it's short and it's being rushed. Like we're just really just putting out songs. And it's like we're 5 in already, and it feels like it's only been like, I don't know, 5-6 minutes, you know. But straight off the top already, you're 6 songs in. You got Future, Young Thug, Glorilla, and Rod Wave. You got 4 features on 6 songs in. It's kind of a lot, but I'll say this: the songs with the features are way better, tremendously better than any of the songs that he did solo, in my opinion. I damn near loved every single song with a feature on this album. Damn near. From Thug, Future, 21, Travis, I really loved Travis Scott's feature. But I'll get into that later. The only feature I did not like was Rod Wave's. That. And I'm an R&B guy, you know. I am an R&B guy. But that song, it's just like, I'm not gonna say it's too slow because I understand it's supposed to be slow. But nah. That, it just, everything lost me. Rod Wave's flow, how he switched his voice, it just wasn't doing it for me. It just was not doing it for me. But like right at that point, like how I said, it just felt like this album was like fast. Like we're really going through the songs real quick. Like we're already on song 6, so I was like, all right. Next song was Due for a Win. I didn't have any notes on that one. Let me see what else. Stiff Gang. Stiff Gang actually grew on me. So at first I rated it a 7 out of 10. I said lyrics and flows stand out here. But then my second listen, Stiff Gang, I said the lyrics aren't really hitting, but the melodies in his voice and how it complements the beat makes you want to listen to the song again. So at first I remember like not really liking this song. I didn't download it immediately. Redbone and Dumb and Dumber I downloaded immediately. Stiff Gang I didn't. But my second listen I actually did download it. So it kind of grew on me. I like the song. I added it, whatever. So it's pretty good. 6 or a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna go with. I downloaded it, so I'm gonna go with a 7. Why not? And then we have So Sorry. Oh, yeah, I know that song, So Sorry. I remember that. So my first listen, I had it as a 6 out of 10. And I said, second verse shines way more than the first verse. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was like not loving that first verse. And I actually say on my second listen that it's a good flow, but I'm not in love with the hook. Which I'll be saying that a lot actually. I'm just not, like, a lot of the hooks I'm just not in love with. There's like hooks that I'm just like, I feel like we could have just went somewhere better or said something better. But, you know, he really does shine on his verses. So I have it as my second listen. I have it as a 5 out of 10. And I think I had it as a 6 out of 10. So sorry. Oh yeah, 5 out of 10 and then 6 out of 10. But yeah, that second verse was definitely way better than that first verse and the hook. The hook was just not it. And I said it right here. I said good flow, just not in love with the hook. So there's that. Stuff was next. So Stuff was next, and I had a high expectation for this. I mean, this is like a song that, you know, it's a Lil Baby and Travis Scott. You know, like I think the last time they were on a song together, maybe Highest in the Room, maybe something after that. I don't even know. I wasn't really like too in love with Utopia. Yeah, that wasn't impressed. So I have really high expectations for this song, you know. So I'll go ahead and break it down for you. The expectations were high, and to my surprise, they were met. My first listen, I rated the song 9 out of 10. Travis's part and the song overall feels like a classic Travis song. I love the effects that he's got going on, the beat breakdown, where it's like stopping and it's like slowing down Baby's part and it's going into Travis's part. I just like how catchy it is. It just sounds like Trav. You know what I'm saying? Like it just sounds like Trav. It sounds like Mafia Trav. It sounds like before Utopia Trav. Sounds like Astroworld Trav. Like it just sounds like really good Travis Scott verse, really good Travis Scott song, you know? So that song, my second listen, I actually ended up rating it an 8, but I did download it immediately when I listened to it the first time. Next was Say Twin, Say Twin, Say Twin, Say Twin. Say Twin, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit iffy on it. I was like, I don't know. You know, like it has that repetitive like say twin, say twin, say twin, which can get annoying sometimes, but it's catchy. So I wasn't really like mad at it. And I think he has a good verse on there. That's what I said for my first listen, but I don't think I said anything about it on my second listen. No, I have no notes on it. Okay, whatever. Free promo was good, but that's it. It was just good. Nothing stood out, but nothing was too good, nothing was too bad. It was just good. So I just had to give him the 7 out of 10. You know, I didn't want to do it too low. It's definitely better than 6, but it wasn't as... Man, you know what? Maybe I am thinking of 6 because that Redbone song was way better than that. Well, I'm not going to say way better, but... Yeah, I'll give it a 6. So, Free promo was a 6. Oh, Outfit. This is the one with 21. I really like this one. And this is what I was saying. Like, all the features really, really did their thing, bro. Like, I feel like all the features just... I feel like Baby was like, yo, man, I need you to snap on these. You know what I'm saying? And I think, besides Rod Wave, everybody did their thing. But I guess if you're a Rod Wave fan, you might actually enjoy that Rod Wave feature or verse. I'm not going to say that I'm not a Rod Wave fan. I'm just saying I haven't heard a song where I'm like, yo, he, him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. not the biggest Broadway fan like I am Travis Scott. So, okay. So 21 walked. And that's when I realized that the features are carrying this album, because we had a lot of solo songs with Lil Baby in the meantime. From the Travis Scott song to the 21 song, there was, two or three songs of Just Baby, which was, I rated one 8 and I rated one 6. So, decent, but that 21 song, I think, is better than both of them. So maybe Say Twin should go down to 7. That's what I'm thinking. Because Outfit was way better than Say Twin. That 21 Savage feature is just good. It's just too good. Too good to be lower than an 8, in my opinion. Because it's a little bit better than Glorilla's, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Might actually switch those, too. I think I'm going to put Glorilla above 21 on this. I like what 21 says. So I'm going to go 21 7, Redbone 8, Free Promo 6, Say Twin 6. Went down 2 points. I don't care. I said what I said. So that's that. Then we have Drugs Talking. 8 out of 10. For here I have it says a classic Baby song, not too much R&B, and it feels street. So it has that street sound. I don't think I even reviewed it on the second listen. I'm not seeing it. Well, I have another note here. I'm going to backtrack for 1 second for Redbone. Glow's verse has a stutter effect and a beat drop in her feature. And I wanted to highlight that real quick because it's stuff like that grabs me, not only as a listener, but as a mixing engineer. And I'm like, yo, because the way they implement it, so I try to, when I'm in sessions, right, I try to mimic artists. So let's say somebody does we'll take Glorilla for example. Say I have a session with a girl, right, or a lady. And she wants to do a Glorilla type beat. Okay, I'm gonna try to make her sound like her, like this, not Glorilla, but I'm gonna make the artist sound like the artist. But I'm still gonna try to make her sound like Glorilla too at the same time, So I think if somebody were to hear this, they would be like, damn, that stutter feels hard. So I like to hear how the way these engineers who are actually working with their artists use effects like that, so that way I can use them in my session the same way that whoever I'm working with would want it in their song. I'm sure that made sense. Next, Street Colder. So, Street Colder, let me see. Yeah, from Street Colder on, it just felt really rushed. Really, 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 really rushed. Like, songs weren't even 2 minutes, Songs were damn near a minute and 30. It really just felt like hook, verse, hook, throw it out, Like, it just, at this point, it just felt like we were just pumping out songs. It didn't even feel like there was no enthusiasm of it being an album or anything like that, It just felt like Lil Baby dropping again, That's all it felt like, for real, at this point. So Street Colder, I gave it a 5 out of 10. I just said it was nothing special. And then my second listen, I listened to it again, and I gave it a 4 out of 10. I just said it was boring. It's like just a boring song. Like, there was nothing there for it that did anything for me. Like, lyrics weren't even like all that. Beat was just like another regular beat, you know. It just felt like a regular Lil Baby song that I could just skip over, you know. That's just what it would have felt like. Next, let me see. Where are we at? Oh yeah, 99, and this is one with Future. So I said cool for Future, cool for the Future feature, and has a classic Future feel, but nothing hit worthy. It was really just like it kind of had like that whole like March Madness, Coding Crazy feel vibe, that Future verse, which was great, you know. Like, I mean, I like that era of Future. There's so many eras of Future that are just all so very good, and it just felt like that he channeled that inner March Madness and Coding Crazy for this specific verse, you know. Like, it just sounded good. He really highlighted it more than Lil Baby did, I'll tell you that. I didn't say anything about Lil Baby about that song. So, there's that. 6 out of 10. Next, Running This Shit. This is the Gunna Diss song. I believe this was the single for the album. I'm not 100% sure. Running This Shit, I gave that a 6 out of 10. I feel like he could have done a lot more or a lot better comparing to previous tracks. Like, just listening to this album, it just wasn't like, I mean, I don't know. It's just not like there, you know. Like, especially at this point where it's like it's towards the bottom, and like how I said, it just felt like we were just dumping songs at this point. And I feel like he didn't really like go into. I mean, I don't think he would go into like more of a diss or more of a dive into like the whole Gunna situation. I did appreciate that whole like one-liner that he did, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe do a little bit more. You know, like, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to hear. We really want to hear like you go crazy, or, you know what I'm saying, off of some Gunna, like, you a rat, you're never gonna be on my album again, or whatever you want to say. I'm not saying Gunna is a rat. I'm just saying that's what we want to hear. We want to hear that stuff, you know. So to have that one line in there is kind of like a tease. Like, it just doesn't even like. We're just like, damn. Then that's it. So, and then My Shawty, I first gave it a 5 out of 10 on my first listen. This was the last track of the album. And I said, I'd like to switch up in the vibe, but nothing stood out lyrically and melodically to me. It just felt like another R&B, slow Lil Baby song. But then I listened to it a second time, and I said, I like the melody, but I'm not in love with the lyrics. So I'm really liking what he's doing with his voice and the way he's like projecting and singing and everything like that. But I'm just not liking what he's saying, you know? So that's how that went down. Now let's get into the grading system. 5 points, right? So composition, melody, arrangement, and songwriting. How strong and memorable is the songwriting? Are the melodies and arrangements effective? Consider creativity, structure, and flow. I'm gonna have to give that a 9. So since we have 5 points, I can rate the best a 20 or the lowest a 0, obviously. So everything's out of 20. It's 0 out of 20. I just rated the songs 1 through 10 just cause. But for the grading system, the 5 points that we had mentioned earlier, everything's 1 out of 20. That all equal 100. Okay. So composition, melody, arrangement, and songwriting, especially the songwriting was just so weak in this. There was only like a few. I think there's 19 tracks, and I downloaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I immediately downloaded 5 off my first listen, and then my second listen I downloaded 3 more. Songwriting, I don't know, it just wasn't really hitting for me. Wasn't really doing it. So melodies were there sometimes. On certain songs it was there sometimes. I can't lie. Can't cap. You know? Because I think Baby knows how to use that auto-tune. Because he can really use the auto-tune to his advantage, which we had spoke about in a previous video. Is if you can use auto-tune, you can sing. Even if you don't know how to sing. Even motherfuckers that know how to sing still use an auto-tune. So he definitely knows how to use the auto-tune to his advantage, which is good. So we'll go into the production, the mixing, mastering, and beats and sound design. This, I'm definitely going to have to give it... I'll say this. The beats, the mixing and the mastering, I think that's my favorite part. Yeah, in certain songs, okay, so obviously we know Lil Baby has a signature style and flow, so all his beats are going to sound relatively the same. But there's some songs on here that I wouldn't expect Baby to jump on, I forget which ones to be exact, but damn, I wish I remembered which ones. Damn, I don't even think I did Idol. Well, Idol I rated 7 out of 10. So the mixing was so spot on, bro. These mixes are damn near perfect, dude. More than damn near. I want to give these mixes, I only have to give these mixes 20. It's straight perfect mixes. Mastering was perfect. Sound design, beats were perfect. I just think they fit Baby perfectly. I just don't think Baby executed it the way he should, in my opinion. That's it. Everything was polished, clear, balanced. Yeah. Quality was there. Everything was there. Voice was perfect. Nothing was too loud. Nothing was too low. It was just a spot on. I mean, that's what you expect, though. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Originality, creativity. We'll go on to the next point. So right now he's at 29 out of 100. That's crazy. The originality. How unique and innovative is the track? Does it bring something new to the genre or artist sound? Assess how it stands out from similar music. I'm gonna say there's a song on there. I don't know what song it is, but there's a song on there that I wouldn't have expected him to jump on. So I definitely want to give him a point for that, for sure. How unique and innovative is the track, though? All the tracks. I don't know, because it really is a Lil Baby album at the end of the day. I feel like real like Lil Baby fans are really gonna like push this hard, but I don't know. To me, it just really just sounds like another Lil Baby album. I'm not gonna say. I'll say this. This is the first Lil Baby album I listened to from start to finish. So could I gone without listening to this album? Yeah. Yeah. 100%. So it just feels like it fits right in his category from the music that I heard. I don't hear like a hit off of this. Like Wait a Minute, I think it was. Or I'm actually surprised there's no Drake on this album either, to be honest. So originality, I don't know. It really only did one beat that surprised me, to be honest. I'm gonna have to give it like a 5 out of originality, dude. Like, it's just not like something new. There's nothing new. It's not a new sound. It's not like, what I'm saying? Like, it's just Lil Baby. So we said he was at 29. So 30, 31, 32. He's at 33 right now. Uh-oh. So we'll go on to vocals, performance, delivery, and emotion. It says, rate the performance of the artist, including vocals, instrumentation, or rapping. Consider emotional impact, energy, and technical skills. I can say that, yeah, his vocal performance was there. Because there's songs that he's really using that auto-tune on. Like, really using that auto-tune. Like, he's, like, singing, and he's doing ins and outs, so he's going a higher octave than like a layer of whatever he's saying on top of it. So it's really working for him. He is performing what he is saying, so I'll give it to him. I'll give him a 10 for that, because I feel like, yeah, what he's saying is important, and how he is saying is important, but I in certain songs I just don't think the energy is there, because nothing is like standing out to me, but the melody is really like the only thing that's standing out to me, actually. So I'll give it a 10. So what were we at? 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, so we're at 43. All right. Replay value. This is a crazy one. Longevity and enjoyment. How enjoyable is the track overall? And how likely are you to revisit it? Does it have lasting appeal, or does it get old quickly? So, like I had said before, I listened to the album straight through on the first listen, and I was like, okay. I said to myself twice that it feels like it's being rushed, right? Then the second time I listened to it, I couldn't even finish it. I left 4 songs out that I just did not want to listen to at all. I was like kind of just done with it, right? But when I was listening to the album, there's songs I wanted to download immediately, and I did download them, and I'm glad I did, and I will be visiting them again. But to listen to it, the whole album, it's not one of those albums where I listen to straight through every single time, like Astro World, like Before I Disappear Again, like Good Kid, Mad City, like it's just one of these albums that I'm just like, it's okay, So replay value, I'm gonna have to go with like an 8. I'm gonna have to go with 8 because I really did enjoy that Travis Scott song and Dumb and Dumber. it's really just carrying. And I'm going to listen to those. Those are probably going to be in my rotation heavy. Not going to lie. All right, so we were at 29, 30, 31, 33, and then we gave it 43, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. 51 out of 100. Damn. Now, Lil Baby said that he is coming out with a new album, I think in February. I am anticipating that to be way better. But if it's a February album and if it's like a R&B album, I'm not going to enjoy that. I'll tell you that. Very much so. That is not going to be it. Other than that, I'm going to wrap it up here. I really listened to this album heavily. I really gave this one a really good listen. I've listened to it. I listened very intently and intentionally. A little disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. If it's 50, 51 out of 100, it's really a 5 out of 10. And I wasn't trying to copy Kai Cenat's 6 out of 10 at all. Like, I was really like trying to be like away from that, like as much as possible. I was like, this is my review, and you know, I'm not gonna let anybody like influence my thought, you know. But I guess I'm a little bit more strict. That I really only like 2-3 songs. I really like the Glorilla song, Dumb and Dumber, and that Travis Scott song. Everything else is cool. But those 3 stand out the most to me. Like, those are the highlighted ones. So, with that being said, it's your boy Lex Mixed It. If you are looking for any mixing, mastering, or anything like that, I don't even know why I took out the tab. It's your boy. If you want to get your music reviewed, you can go ahead and submit here. If you want to book a recording session, if you are in the area of Miami, go ahead and give us a call at Bay 8. I'm in the SSL room right now. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.